So this is a update video right here, and it makes me side eye the entire situation. So if you don't know, this is Christopher Darden right there standing in front, and Eric Holder standing behind him. He is the guy that has been named as the suspect in murdering Nipsey Hussle back in the end of March. And the first time we had heard that Christopher Darden was going to take this case, a lot of us, especially in the black community, were like taken aback because one, we haven't heard from Christopher Darden in years. Like we thought he just kind of faded into the background, faded into obscurity after the OJ trial. We was like, okay, Chris, where like you just kind of popped up like it was nothing. Where have you been? Not that we really cared, but whatever. And then we thought it was even more odd that he took this particular case. We was like, what made him attach himself to this case other than him probably trying to seek clout or get attention or try to bring himself back out into the forefront? Well, now it has come out today that Christopher Darden has removed himself from being the attorney for Eric Holder. And there's many questions that just pretty much lead back to the one word, and that's why he decided to do it. Now, according to him, he said he has recused himself from this case because he felt that he was putting not only himself in danger, but also his family. Because, a lot of people probably would have came after him for even taking up for this guy who killed someone who many people held in very high regards. But I think it might be a little bit more than that. One, I actually have a couple of them. One, he probably saw this was a case he couldn't win. Let's be real here. I don't think Christopher Darden could see himself winning this case. He knew he would lose, and it would be a reflection of what happened to him back in 1995 with him and Marsha Clark when they were going against O.J. Simpson. Now, another part he said is that he likes to help poor people, and that Eric Holder is definitely, in his eyes, a poor individual. Now, that could be one of two things. Poor individual as far as he's a piece of crap for what he did, and he's a poor soul, or he's just poor in the pockets, which is another possibility. But it's funny he says he likes to help poor people, but when he was going against O.J. Simpson, and when he was on the side of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson, neither of them, especially Nicole Brown Simpson, especially because of who she married into, were far from poor. So I don't know where that statement from him came from, but either way, Christopher Darden has now removed himself as the attorney for Eric Holder. And I noticed that ever since he announced himself being the attorney for Eric Holder, we never really heard anything as far as a case development going forward, as far as when a trial was going to come up, what he was going to do, or things of that nature. It was just kind of like at a standstill. And we never heard anything else again past him saying he was going to be his attorney. But now he's no longer his attorney, and Eric Holder, as far as we know, is not represented, which I and plenty of others are fine with. Let his behind stay in jail for as long as possible, but either way, he's going to be found guilty for his crime. No doubt about it, no matter who represents him. I don't think any attorney wants to touch this. That's why a lot of us were like, why is Christopher Darden throwing his hat in the ring? I think at the end of the day, I think Christopher Darden, no matter what excuse he gives as to why he did it, or why he's not doing it, for him it was just attention. It was a way for him to get his name back out there, and he successfully did it. But let's be real here, a year from now we won't even remember Christopher Darden, just like we forgot all about him after that OJ trial. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.